Your team to cover the spread. Favorite one, Jeffrey. Who is it?
I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit here. I'm just going to go with the Miami Dolphins. On top of just the Dolphins being on a big win streak here, we've also got the shadow of Mike Glennon possibly looming over this game, which obviously would be massive news. But it's interesting. This line has moved from -3 to -4.5, but this isn't a hugely public bet with the Miami Dolphins. The main thing here is, and there just seems to be a wide gap in talent on the defensive side. The Miami Dolphins defense has been perhaps the best unit on either side of the ball in the NFL over the last month. This is a team that's averaging over 4 sacks per game. Their turnover rate, they have like 10 turnovers over the last 4 games as well. They've shot from the bottom of the league into the top 10 of the league in that category as well. This is a team that's healthy. They've got Tua playing well. He's being very efficient, not turning the ball over as much on offense. And then you've got a Giants team who can't run the ball. They're bottom 10 in rush attempts per game. They're bottom 10 in terms of yards per attempt per game. Daniel Jones injured, not practicing, or Mike Glennon dropping back 35 plus times. The Dolphins defense is going to go off. They may not even need to score the ball here. I think that this line should be closer to -6, and I think even at -4.5, you got to love the Dolphins.
Yeah, man, absolutely. What about you, Pearce?
I'm going to go with the Bengals -3. I imagine a lot of people think this is a trap. I don't think it's a trap at all. I'm not a big fan of the Chargers. Chargers offensive line started 3 backups last week. That resulted in a 29% pressure rate for Justin Herbert, worst of the season, got sacked 3 times, worst of the season. And the Broncos didn't blitz him hardly at all, just 6 blitzes the whole game. Cincinnati doesn't have a great pass rush. They have a good pass rush, but similar to Denver, they don't blitz a lot, and they're still able to get pressure on the quarterback. Very similar recipe. I imagine they'll just replicate what they already do, which is what Denver did, and it worked. And also, without those linemen, the Chargers had a real hard time running against Denver. And Denver has the 26th ranked run DVOA. Cincinnati has the 9th best run DVOA. If that line is still not healthy, they're not going to be able to run. They're not going to be able to protect Herbert. I don't see much coming from this offense. And on the other side, Cincinnati's offense, we've talked about them all season. Over the last 5 of the last 6 games, they scored 32 points. I have no problem marking them with 32 points in this matchup. They're just going to run all over the Chargers like everybody else. The Chargers will take away the deep pass. They'll take away Jamar Chase, but they cannot, and it's because of their system, take away the run. Mixon should run all over these guys. You also have Cincinnati, possibly bad weather.
Yep.
I think this is an easy one.
Yeah, LA has not been the safest bet as of late either. Alan, how about you, man?
I always get nervous when we have a consensus, but the Dolphins it seemed to be the play. That's the one that popped off the screen to me. The Dolphins have the lowest implied team total of any of the favorite teams. The spread, what we say, is around 4.5 right now in the DK Sportsbook. The Dolphins have an implied team total of less than 23 points, but the Giants are usually fun to bet on when they're underdogs, which is most of the time. But the Dolphins are like a mini Patriots right now. They get better as the year goes on. And with Daniel Jones iffy to play, Mike Glennon is a below average backup, as Geoff mentioned before. A poor man's Chase Daniel. The easy play here is the Dolphins.